Hi, hello, and welcome to yet another episode of IPL Titbits with Gully Cricket. So, Shash, we have a super fan Raja back in the house.
Yeah,
So, Raja, you're back after a week. Were you enjoying cricket at home all this while?
No madness. It is a work week, a hectic week with lots of escalations as well. So I'm
Oh,
hoping today would be a change of day so that I can enjoy cricket this week.
okay.
okay,
Let's not talk
nice.
about the escalations. So,
Correct.
let's get started with the show then. So, let's start with you, Raja. Now, LSG had a roller coaster kind of a inning, but they still got to 154 on a tacky surface like Pune. Uh,
Mhm.
when they got there, did you feel like it was enough?
Probably, if you ask me at the halfway stage when the first innings was done, I would say 155 on that pitch is about par, just about par. Probably another 10 runs would have made them the clear favorites. But I still thought that at the halftime, it was a 50-50 chance. It could have been anyone's game. But what they could have taken heart from was the previous match wherein Rajasthan Royals scored only 140 and they beat RCB by still good margin of runs. So yes, probably 50-50 chance, but given that they had a good bowling lineup as well, they could have taken heart from it and then say, yes, we can go and defend that. Because the pitch in Pune, as you called it out, it has been tacky, and 150, 160 has been par these days. So
All
Correct.
right. Now, Shaz, when you look at the inning, they started well, like 98 for 1. But once Quinton de Kock was dismissed, they fell like a pack of cards to 111 for 6. Do you think they're like very reliant on KL and Quinton de Kock? And probably they should have an anchor like Manish at number 3?
No, I think it's not really that. If you see the past few games, I feel this has sort of been a pattern, where teams are losing wickets in the middle overs. Like even that happened with Punjab as well. They lost the momentum in between the game. Maybe I don't know if it's becoming a little difficult to bat during that time that the teams are struggling and they're losing wickets. But yeah, I mean, dependent on Rahul and Dikok, I think they would want at least one of them to take the innings till the end. And if both of them are able to bat at least for 10 overs, like what mayhem they can cause. But I mean, saying that, I think they still have a pretty good team. Like Deepak Huda did manage to break the record, which you did mention last show. Krunal unfortunately was not able to get to 14 runs, right? Is what he wanted.
Stoinis. Yeah,
Yeah,
Stoinis.
Stoinis, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, they have a good team, no doubt, because someone like Jason Holder coming in at number 7 and hitting those lusty blows as well gives them that depth in the batting as well as bowling. So, I think they have a lot of players in their team who are utility players, who can change the game on their own in either one of the departments. So, in that way, I think they have a very well balanced side.
Yeah. Not just Jason, even Chamira and I think Mohsin Khan contributed with
Correct.
some boundaries. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say like Mohsin, I mean, I'm actually impressed by looking at his performance so far. He shows a bit of promise. Obviously, you want to see how he performs for a season or two and then maybe take a call. But then I feel he's a sort of bowler who's not very easy to hit because he bowls those awkward lengths, probably targeting the batsman's body, especially for the right-handers, with that bounce that he gets with due to his height. So in this way, I feel he's a good prospect, going ahead for India.
Yeah. And a lot of talent considering when you see India's team, like many potential players are there in IPL
Yeah.
probably. So, Raja, back to you. You told the target looked chaseable, but Punjab made a meal out of the chase and eventually lost the game. So, talk about that Punjab inning, Raja.
So as we called it out, I mean, it was a 50-50 chance. Easily Punjab could have chased that total, because if you look at the 7 or 8 matches that have been played in Pune, there have been a successful chase of 3 matches with a total of around that 150 to 170 mark. But again, when you are chasing an on-par total around that mark, what you wanted is you need a couple of good partnerships, like how RCB had it against one of the team where they chased it pretty easily, or you needed players down the order who can kind of play a freakers innings. Like if you remember, Pat Cummins played a 15 ball 50,
Correct.
or against CSK, David Miller and Rashid Khan played a good cameo at number 6 and 7. Probably in both those aspects, it was kind of lacking from Punjab Kings, because they didn't have that substantial partnership, or they lacked that lower order power. I mean, if you look at the scorecard, Rishi Dhawan scored run a ball 20 coming at that stage. Probably, yes, Punjab Kings is good at the top order where they are all power hitters. But yesterday was a case where you were like 6 down at the end of 15th over and you were just scored run a ball. So you did not have the partnership that you are looking for to score such runs, or you did not have power hitters down the order who play that freakish innings. So in both those aspects, they have failed. One, they could have scored more runs, even if that means losing wickets, so that your lower order tends to score run a ball, which they could have made it. But yes, in both those aspects, they have kind of failed. They didn't have enough wickets, or they didn't have the lower order power. So, yeah, it was good bowling effort from LSG, to be frank.
Yeah, I mean, just to add to that, I would say like Dhawan did not get the best of starts. He consumed quite a few balls, which is very unlike him. Mayank was going well. I think he should have carried on for them to have a chance. But I think they had defined roles, I would say. Like Mayank would go after the bowling and probably Dhawan. But it sort of didn't work out. And I think Livingston, having the power that he has, that shot was not at all required. This guy can clear the boundary with his might. So why do you want to play such cute shots and run the risk of getting out, which exactly what happened yesterday? So I think there are certain things that they got to learn and see how they can improve and come back in the next games.
All right. So some well put up points by you too. Thank you for the input. And that's it from yesterday's game. Now, Shash, do you know who was the man of the match?
Oh God. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was almost like the panelists felt, you know what, Krunal, you have not got a man of the match for a long time. So we thought we'll give you one. Even though you didn't make the major impact, I would have thought like give it to Mohsin Khan, man. I mean, this guy is new. He got those wickets for you at crucial times. And he looks like a good talent, So why not give it to him and, encourage people like that?
Exactly. But that's okay. Krunal Pandya did bowl well, and after 5 years he got a man of the match, but none of those who were predicting here got it right. That is obvious.
Yeah, I feel sad for the viewers. Yeah.
So yeah, but we did get a lot of interest for different names like Rabada and Shikhar Dhawan, etc. So that's it from yesterday's game, and let's move on to today's. We have a Super Saturday double-header today, and as you know, the first match is between the Gujarat Titans and Royal Challengers Bangalore. Now, Shash, I know you're disappointed about the number 3 position that RCB is playing. What do you suggest? Lomror, Patidar, or Anuj? What?
Definitely give a chance to Lomror, man. I mean, you need someone to take that opposition by the skin, like someone who can go and express himself, be carefree, who can strike the ball big. Then you have your other stroke makers to come and do that, because your middle order has been doing reasonably well compared to the top order. So that is where the problem needs to be fixed. And in that regard, I mean, the lesser said, the better of Kohli's form is what I would like to say. Du Plessis has also been inconsistent. He's played the odd game, but not really given consistent starts. So if they somehow manage to get all these things in place, I'd say they could definitely give Gujarat a run for their money.
Yeah, and moving back in time, Raja, in 2016, if you remember, the last time RCB played a day game against a team from Gujarat, Virat was opening the inning, and he and ABD put up a show with each of them scoring 100. There's talk going around that Virat's form is right around the corner. So do you expect something similar today?
Yes, I mean, it would do wonders for RCB as well as probably considering that Team India has quite a lot of matches, the form of Kohli is quite important. But at the current form that he has, probably out, and 2016 was a freakish year for him. Like he had made a number of runs, I mean, around 2,500 international runs, and that year in IPL, he has set a score that benchmark. I don't think anyone in the history of IPL will go out and ever beat that. Because that was the kind of form that he was in. And as an Indian fan, that is the Kohli that I want to come back to as well. So if that starts with today, meaning he scores 100 and then RCB wins, it's well and good. I'll happily go out and accept that. But yes, lack of runs has been a problem. And if at all there is a corner that you are trying to turn around, today would be their day, because RCB kind of is falling down the order now. Earlier they were in the top 1, top 2, or they were sure of qualifying for the playoffs. But given that they are kind of into the mid-table crisis now, an innings from Kohli would definitely do wonders for both him as well as the team.
All right. So now, Shash, I have a matchup which you'll definitely not like. Gujarat Titans have got the most wickets in power play. And on the other hand, RCB top 4 have just a combined average of 22. So does it worry you?
Yeah, I mean, it's there for everyone to see, right? Gujarat have top class bowlers in Shami and Ferguson. And soon after the power play, you have Rashid coming into the attack as well. And the form of the RCB top order has not been encouraging at all. So that is what I said. If they're somehow able to fix it, I think there has to be a change in the mindset, the mentality, and try to go on a positive note. I would say Virat needs to try and attack the bowlers right from because even against Rajasthan, he seemed very tentative. You don't see him like that, or you've not seen him for a long time like that. So if he's able to clear his mind and go after the attack, irrespective of how much he's going to score, maybe it might work out for him in that regard. So that is something that they're definite threat, no doubt about it. Gujarat, I mean, you saw the wickets, you saw what ball Shami produced against Williamson. So you very well know what he's capable of. But saying that, I mean, I'm really hoping that the top order does get its order right tonight.
Yeah, that's about top order. But I know you have one more concern in the fifth position, number 5. I think it's Suresh Prabhudesai. I think you're not very happy with him. So what do you think? There should be some replacement, or it's okay?
I mean, if you consider the overall picture, it is a slight cause of concern, but not as much as a top order. I mean, you can't be really critical of him because he's playing his first IPL. If you believe in his talent, give him more chances is what I would say. But if you feel there's another person who's able to do a better job than him, then bring him in, because it should be about the team at the end of the day is what I feel. So yeah, in that regard, it might be a little harsh if you drop him, but then he's not given you any consistent performances or scores in the last 4 or 5 games. So that is again a matter of concern. Whether they will replace him or not is something that is to be seen.
Yeah, he's not contributed much with the bat, but he's definitely been a good fielder. So
yeah,
that's something positive.
But your primary role is getting runs, boss. That is what matters.
Yeah, true. So Raja, now the final question. Who are the favorites tonight? Is it RCB or Gujarat?
I'm backing RCB. Law of averages, they have been on the losing side for a couple of matches. Expecting them to come good. Gujarat, as you called it out, they have been in losing position, but somehow they've been trying to. They have come out on top of that. So probably the rub of luck will go RCB's way today. I'm hoping RCB will win.
That's like a true super fan. So that's it from today's match, today's afternoon match. So hold on, we have another match coming up. So the night match is between the Rajasthan Royals and the Mumbai Indians at the DY Patil Stadium. Now, 2 things make this match special. First is that Rajasthan Royals is paying their tribute to Shane Warne, who actually won them their first and only title at the same stadium in 2008. Now, Raja, I know you've been watching cricket from a long time, and then there are people like me who started watching cricket only after the 2011 World Cup. So, would you like to tell us something about what makes Shane Warne so special?
And there is a personal side to it as well. I mean, I like Warne, the cricketer as well. I mean, the sudden loss of him, I felt bad that day as well. But if you look at 2018, when we have just won the T20 inaugural T20 World Cup, and then BCCI is trying to make this competition. There were quite a lot of apprehensions about it. You have on one side you have all Indian superstars leading their teams, like the likes of Sachin, Dravid, or Sehwag, everyone leading their own franchises. And you look at Rajasthan Royals, where you do not have a big Indian player, and he's one of the 2 foreign captains who is captaining an IPL team. So nobody gave a chance for that particular team, to be frank, right? And I mean, to start with, T20 was kind of a new commodity that time, but even in that, people were not giving any chance for Rajasthan Royals because you have all the stars in the opposite teams as well. But he is someone who believed in the local talent. I mean, these days we have been talking about how IPL has given opportunity for outsiders who have not had the cricketing background, who do not come from big sports club or things like that, right? But way back in 2008, 2009, he is the one who has looked at. I mean, these days teams have the talent scout looking at all the domestic matches or international. Foreign domestic matches as well. But that time, yes, Warne had that knack of looking at the abilities, picking players on merit. I still recall someone called Kamran Akmal, who was a son of woodcutter, probably the first unknown commodity of an IPL.
Kamran Ahmed, I think. The left arm pacer, right?
The left arm pacer, Kamran Khan. Correct. Or Kamran Ahmed?
Khan.
Yep. So that's a kind of contribution that Warner has made it to IPL, right? And winning that first ever trophy was more like an icing on that cake. But the contributions that he has made to make sure that IPL as a brand get that popularity, the insights that he has brought into that tournament. And I remember the duels with Sachin Tendulkar. So there are so many memories of Warne bringing into IPL, and he has been a mentor after that also, right? And also not just IPL, wherever there is a cricket, you can expect Shane Warne to be either a good critic of that, right? Not like he does not fear coming out with the opinions as well. So he has been a good ambassador for cricket, and probably Rajasthan paying the tribute to him is one of the apt things at this point of time. And I hope they will get into the finals or definitely win it as a tribute for one.
Well, yeah, I mean, just to add to what Raja said, I mean, from my childhood memories, the duels that I remember was with the Indian team, especially, when he came here to India, or, when we went to Australia as well. So it was obviously the duels with Sachin, because the way Sachin would step out and, hit him and all that. But saying that, I think he's troubled a lot of batsmen over the years. There was a reason why he was called the genius, or, the way he used to think. All right. And I think that acumen of him thinking towards that was what was instrumental in him becoming a captain of a franchisee as well. And I still remember, if you're seeing the emergence of Jadeja, it was Warne who backed him, Shane Warne. So he used to call him the rock star Ravi Jadeja during that time. So he backed this young talent. As Raja mentioned, there were no superstars. This was a team of individuals who was like a relatively unknown commodity, and they had a few under 19 players as well at that time. So Jadeja was one of them, as an example. So the fact that they did go on to win the first championship says a lot about this guy's character as well. Like what sort of a person he was, how he would motivate others. So in that aspect, I would say Vaughan has had a lot to give to cricket. And as he mentioned, he was definitely an outspoken guy who would never fear about what the others would say. He was very straightforward. I think that was the reason why some people liked him, some people would not. But then he would make his point through. So yeah, these are some of the things I remember of Vaughan.
Right. For a master tactician like him, I guess it is a pity that he never captained Australian Test side.
I think they were like,
yeah.
Yeah, I think once Ponting got into this thing, it was very difficult to actually, because of his aggressive nature, or the way he would motivate the bowlers or get the best out of them. So I guess you had to stick with him, and he was the best batsman in the world at that point of time. So when things are, I think he's won 2 World Cups as a captain, 2003 and 2007. Yeah. So yeah, it was very difficult for Vaughan to get a place as a captain during that time.
Captain. Yes.
All right. So that's about Vaughan. And while RR will be celebrating Vaughan's life, Mumbai also have their own reasons for celebration. It's their captain's birthday today. So, Shash, what do you think they'll give their captain? An unwanted record of equaling the most losses in a season, or will they gift him a win?
They would definitely want to gift him a win and make him a little more than happy. I would say relieved that we have a win at the end. Yeah, I mean, they are struggling big time. It's actually sad to see a team like that going through a phase like this, because I mean, as I mentioned, these are like one of the top teams in the IPL over the years, and to see them struggle like this is something that no one would have expected. So what are they going to do to? I mean, there definitely has to be changes. Like how we saw Kolkata making changes. I'm pretty sure. What happened to Deval Brevis? Is he injured or anything? Because I don't see a reason why he was dropped, if at all he was dropped. He was
Yeah.
playing so well. He was like one of the bright spots in the Mumbai team. Unless he's injured or he's gone back or something, I think that's some major tactical blunder from on their side of not playing him, because he was hitting some of the best bowlers, very confidently. I feel if he's in the mix, he should definitely start playing for Mumbai again. He should be groomed as a future player as well. So there's a lot of things. The bowling has also looked very ordinary. How are they going to rectify that is something again they have to figure out. So yeah, they have a lot of work on their hands.
Yeah. So talking about bowling, they have made a few changes. Like I think they have gotten Dhaval Kulkarni now, and also they have some exciting talent like Arjun Tendulkar and others. So maybe we'll get to see some of them play today, considering that they're out of contention for the top four. So that's it from today's game. We have two exciting games. The first one between RCB and Gujarat. Both will be looking to cement their place in the top four. And the second one between Rajasthan and Mumbai, where Mumbai, they have nothing to lose. They might come as the party poopers today. So that's it from today. And moving on to man of the match contest, as we told, it was Krunal Pandya, and obviously nobody would
No
have
one
guessed
got
it.
it right.
Yeah. So no, we have no winners, and but for today we have double the vouchers because there are two games. So all you have to do is predict the man of the match and put it in the comments before the start of second inning of each game. So you have two entries. You can comment twice, and that's it. Enjoy cricket today, and do have a good weekend. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.